The first topic I'm going to talk about is that there was a new Deadpool Wolverine trailer that came out a couple days ago. Now, this is a movie I'm really excited for. I love the first Deadpool movie. I enjoyed Deadpool 2, but didn't think it was as good as the first movie. This is one of my most anticipated movies of the year. This and Joker 2 are my most anticipated comic book movies of the year. I thought this was a fantastic second trailer. Did a great job revealing a little bit about the story, but without revealing too much. I've heard all the fast rumors about some X-Men characters are going to appear, and I do hope they keep that a secret about which characters are going to be in this movie. They don't reveal any characters in TV spots. Like I hope they keep it a secret until the movie comes out. And I thought this trailer just did a great job, like I said, revealing a little bit about the story with this Wolverine, where TVA agent guy said that he failed his world. You see the scene where he drops to his knees and he's looking at gigantic. You see gigantic tombstones. Which my theory is that those are the X-Men, even though they look pretty big for like graveyard stones. Just as a theory, I'm guessing since it looks like Cassidy Nova, it's gonna be the main villain in the trailer. I'm assuming she killed the X-Men, or maybe she made Wolverine kill the X-Men, and either way, he feels like he feared the world. It's just a theory that I have. And it looks like she's gonna be the main villain. Like I love the part in the trailer where Wolverine's about to fight her, and she's moving his claws up and down. So it seems like she has the same powers as Trim Butter, Professor X. Like I know in the comics she's supposed to be his sister. Like I don't know too much about the character, and I heard she has a very weird backstory in the comics. But it looks like she's definitely going to be a threat. I thought this trailer looks like it had great action, the action you expect from the Deadpool movies, which always have good action. The Wolverine and Deadpool fight looks like they're going to fight a couple of times. You see the one fight in front of the 20th Century Studios Fox sign, and you see like a fight in the car for a quick second in the trailer. So I'm guessing they're going to butt heads a couple of times. Like it looks like a really great buddy movie where you have Wolverine, a straight grumpy guy, and you have Deadpool who doesn't take anything serious, and Deadpool who's a fan of the characters. I think you're definitely going to see some fun comedic bits between the characters, but at the same time, you see they grow into becoming good friends. And I always love those type of buddy type movies. So it looks like the chemistry is going to be great. Like I know Ryan Reynolds is talking about trying to get Hugh Jackman to come back as Wolverine and then do a Deadpool Wolverine team up, and it definitely looks like just from this trailer, like they're gonna have really great chemistry. And you have the shot in the trailer that I think looks really interesting with the Ant-Man helmet. Was I'm assuming that's either Scott or Hank, and I'm guessing that version of Hank or Scott died in that world. And you see like a skull behind him, which I think looks really cool. And I know people point out that looks like it's Lady Deathstroke and Azazio. Was that wed demon teleporting character that was in X-Men First Class? Like I think in the comics he's supposed to be Nightcrawler's father. So it looks like you're bringing back his character. I know some people said the character looks like he's crunching his body down a little bit, and that's the Lady Deathstroke that looks like that could be Toad. I mean, I can't really tell from the trailer, but I'm guessing you're gonna see some mutants in that scene there that are hiding out. I'm assuming where the Ant-Man skull helmet is. But this trailer just looks great, and I love the little joke at the end of the trailer where Kevin, no, Deadpool, where he references Kevin Feige, and he's saying that like he's talking to a blind lady, and she's saying you want to do cocaine. He's like, that's the one thing Kevin Feige said was off limits, which I thought was really funny. Like I love the fact they reference Kevin Feige, he's in charge of the MCU, and you have like the end of it was all. I really love the end of it too, where he's like saying where she says one of them he says like they know her to slang tone. And the last one she says is build or something. And he's like, I want to, but I can't. So I just love the fact that they're able in this movie to make fun of like Kevin Feige, and the fact this is like the first all-weighted MCU movie. So I just think that was really funny at that. I thought it was a really funny bit, and I could definitely see in this movie where they're gonna probably reference Kevin Feige, which I think that's awesome. Like, yeah, I mean, one thing I love about Deadpool is that he breaks the fourth wall. So I thought this was a fantastic second trailer. The next topic I want to talk about is the director Deadpool when he was saying that you won't have to do homework when it comes to watching this movie, because that's one of the things the MCU, in my opinion, has kind of gotten in trouble now. there's other things like the quality being all over the place, not Kevin Feige not being as involved, and them trying to put out too many projects at once, so you can't be on every project. And was what I mean, him not being as involved with certain projects. But I think one of the other things the MCU has kind of had issues with right now, and I hope this is true when I see Deadpool and Wolverine, is that you look at Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness and the Marvels. Two examples where people had to do homework before going to see the movie. And I think that is not really a good thing because you have to be able to, if you're gonna like if the MCU is gonna have the TV shows too, which is why I think one of the things that is good about the X-Men 97 series is that it's standalone. It's not part of the sacred timeline. And you can have the shows be part of the sacred timeline, but you also need to be able to do where the shows can stand alone and the movies can stand alone. Because, like I said, you look at the Marvels and Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. One of the things I think one of the issues that those two movies ran into, and obviously Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness made over 900. It was a big box office hit, and it didn't get bad reviews. But I do think one of the criticisms I understand with that movie is that people like Wanda's evil in that movie, but if you didn't watch WandaVision and the end of WandaVision when she's reading the book, that evil book of spells at the end of the finale, then you wouldn't have known that. So you had to go watch WandaVision to understand why she's evil in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. And then with the Marvels, you had to watch like 4 shows. You had to watch the Miss Marvel show to understand who Miss Marvel is. You had to watch Captain Marvel movie because of Monica characters in that movie. And you had to watch WandaVision because Monica was also in the older Monica. That actress was in WandaVision, so you have to so you can understand her character. Then you have Secret Invasion, which they don't really talk about in the Marvels movie, but that came out before the Marvels, and you had Nick Fury in that. So that's one of the things I think the MCU has kind of wanted into trouble with when you decide to do TV shows too, is that you have to do it in a way where the TV shows can stand alone, that they're still part of the universe, but you don't want to make it to where people have to watch like 4 or 5 things going into the movie. So I hope when the director says that this Deadpool movie, when he's saying that this doesn't require homework, that you don't need to watch previous stuff, I really hope that's true when I see the movie. Because I think Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness and the Marvels prove that trying to have it be where the shows or like you're required to watch the shows before the movie, I don't think that's a good way to do it. I think with the Marvels and Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, it proved that it didn't really. I don't think it works with the people when it comes to general audience for fans. So I hope this is true, and I hope if this ends up being true when I see the movie, that MCU kind of takes that going forward. Where okay, we don't want to make it where the shows or feel like homework that they have to watch more things to watch the next movie. Because I think what the Infinity Saga did a great job of was that somebody could jump in one of those MCU movies without having to watch the previous movie. So I think the MCU just needs to get back to that too. The next thing is they put out a new trailer came out for the Wasps, which I'll be honest, the trailer didn't impress me too much. Like it looks creepy. It looks like it could be a good horror thriller. And the idea was cool with the monsters being able to see them, but they can't see the monsters. But overall, like I liked the trailer. I didn't love it. It didn't like wow me. This is one of my most anticipated movies of the year. But it has my curiosity. Like overall, I thought it was a good trailer. I the the reason I am like even interested in this movie is because it's directed by M. Night Shyamalan's daughter. This is her directorial debut, and I'm an M. Night Shyamalan fan, so I'm curious to see how his daughter is as a director. But overall, I thought it was a solid trailer. Not fantastic, but it has me interested. The last thing I want to talk about is the X-Men MCU reboot. Sounds like it's going to be, the writer's going to be announced for it soon. There's reports going around that near the end, I'm looking for a writer for the MCU X-Men reboot, which I'm really excited about because I want to say this. I hope they take inspiration from the '90s show because as much as I love some of the Fox X-Men movies when it comes to the first 2 original X-Men movies, when it comes to X-Men First Class and X-Men Days of Future Past, I think one of the issues that X-Men movies, Fox movies ran into was that I never felt like they really completely got the characters. And and this is another thing. As look, I love the Wolverine character, but it's like then the Fox movies, it became Wolverine and his friends. It became all about Wolverine, and I never felt like they really did a great job when it comes to the X-Men and the Fox movies feeling like a team, like an ensemble, where every character gets their moment. And there were some characters they just kind of like I felt like didn't got either got like underdeveloped or didn't get as much to do as great as characters are. Like characters like Storm and Cyclops, they're great characters, but I never felt like they were used completely properly in those Fox X-Men movies. And characters like Angel, I never felt like really was used well in the Fox X-Men movies. So there's just so many characters where I felt like as much as I love some of those Fox movies, it never really felt like I never felt like I really got like a true X-Men movie with the Fox movies. As much as I love some of those movies, I never felt like they really understood the X-Men characters completely. For me personally, and I'm definitely excited to if this report is true to see who they're going to get to write the X-Men, that MCU X-Men reboot. Because I think with how popular the '97 animated series is right now, and right now I think it might be my favorite Disney Plus show. Like I love the Loki show, and I love Miss Marvel, I love WandaVision. I think not in '97, I think they're the best Disney Plus shows. But '97, if the finale, the three-part finale, ends up being great, like this show is so far, it's definitely it definitely is going to be up there and might be my favorite Disney Plus show. And I just love the X-Men, and I really want to see MCU's interpretation. Now, I don't think they're going to put out the X-Men reboot until after the Avengers movies, but I do think for how popular, like I said, the '97 animated series right now, and it sounds like they are looking for a writer. I could see them maybe doing an X-Men movie sooner than I thought. And I just hope I hope they get a good writer, and they get somebody who really understands these characters because the X-Men, it's just you have a great universe just with the X-Men. There's so many X-Men characters, and like I said, there's so many characters that I felt like the Fox movies never gave some characters their due. So whoever the writer is that's going to be announced, I hope they hire a good writer that can really get the X-Men, and hopefully this will be the first X-Men movie. X-Men movie, like I said, most I love some of the Fox movies. I hope this will be the first X-Men movie where it really feels like an ensemble, and really feels like this is the true X-Men. So that's all my movie topics today. Until next time, movie fans.